and welcome back to the vlog again this week. So today we are covering baby's first bath, and really kind of bathing within the first year, I would say.
Yeah.
So a lot of people ask us about when to bathe baby and how often. So there's a couple of different schools of thought on this. I know some people like to do the bath time routine every single day before bed, and that's cool too. But I will tell you, so with my kids, we didn't bathe them for the first couple of weeks. I mean, we kind of like wiped off some of the gunk after birth.
Yeah.
I was like, the gunk, whatever.
Yeah.
But
kind of like a sponge bath.
The sponge bath, yeah. And we want to talk a little bit about that today, about the Vernix. So the Vernix is that white, cheesy kind of stuff, the waxy that babies come out with, and some have a lot more than others depending on their gestational age.
Yep.
But it's really, really good for babies. So a recommendation is actually to rub that in and not wipe it off.
Yeah.
There's a lot of benefits to it. One being temperature regulation. It kind of helps insulate baby. But most importantly, it's a great protectant. It helps boost their immune system because it fights against fungal and bacterial infections.
Yeah, so it used to be a really big routine in hospitals that sometime within probably 2 hours after birth, usually when mom's moving to her postpartum room, that they would take the baby to the nursery, and some hospitals still do this, and give the baby a pretty good rubbing over bath with soap and everything. This was actually more about the providers at the hospital than it was about your baby, because technically if your baby's still covered in your body fluids, they still have to wear gloves and be careful touching your baby all the time. It's like your baby's still considered a biohazard until they wipe off your bodily fluids. So let's talk about some of the benefits of not doing that bath. Of course, a lot of people do like to do a little rub off. Sometimes there can be gunk in baby's hair or whatever, and using a warm water and washcloth to kind of get some of that gunk off is nice. But this whole thing of scrubbing baby or using soaps or whatever.
Soaping them up, yeah.
Yeah, so one of the first things is that, and you'll hear this a lot, is that babies, when they first come out, they have a little bit of difficulty with maintaining their body temperature, which is why being on top of mom, skin to skin, covered in blankets is so helpful for them, because our body temperature actually regulates their body temperature. So if they're brought to the nursery to get this scrubbing down with water and everything, they've actually found that this can really make it even harder for babies to regulate their body temperature, and can cause them some bit of distress because of that, which in turn leads to other things, nursing difficulties, problems like that. As well as wiping off of all, when your baby comes out, all of that Vernix and protective stuff is so good for their immune system. It's good for their skin. Their skin is so delicate.
Right. It acts as a moisturizer, as it helps make it supple. But it also is full of it smells like new baby, and it's full of these it produces all these great bonding hormones for mom and baby. So that is really important and helpful too.
And a little quick tip, it's also super good for you, and it comes out of your body. So if you want to grab some of that off a baby and rub it on your eyes, it's the best anti-wrinkle cream ever created in the history.
I did not even know that.
Yes.
I did not know that.
I don't suggest doing it with other people's Vernix, but your own Vernix is fair game. Yeah, so it's super good for baby, and then their skin is so delicate, so if you wipe off that protection, we already know babies get peely and their skin gets, baby acne and all those things because it's so sensitive. It makes it more likely to have that and actually open up your baby's skin to infection, which is what you're trying to prevent. So when you get home though, so you leave the hospital, your baby hasn't had a bath, that then comes the next question: when do I have to bathe my baby? And
honestly, you can take a warm washcloth, and I every single day would wipe off problem areas. So the neck, where milk can sometimes collect, the hand, and the diaper area is a go-to. And if your baby is really roly-poly and you've got some folds, you want to clean out those folds every day. But just warm water and a washcloth is all you need. You don't have to do the soap and all of that.
And you're not really supposed to do a whole submerged bath until after baby's umbilical cord is dried and fallen off, so that's not really an option. I mean, some people's fall off earlier, but for the first week or so. Some babies, especially those chunky breastfed babies, they will get rolls around their neck especially, or around their thighs. And a big thing I hear people say is that they'll actually, because no oxygen or air is getting in there, and milk pools in there, sometimes you'll get a little bit of a problem with yeast growing in there, and that's when you know that no milk or anything got in there. You'll see this white substance, and when you wipe it away, the skin underneath it will be really red and irritated looking.
Sometimes it'll peel a little bit,
or even I've seen babies even crack and bleed a little bit in those little cracks. So some things you can do about that, like Mariel said, washing it every day with warm water and a washcloth. But
you want to pat it dry if it does have that kind of yeasty look. Don't scrub it or rub it.
Yeah, because the skin is very tender under there. But another thing that you can use is coconut oil, which we know is good for everything.
Yeah.
But
literally,
it kills yeast. It's very antifungal, and it's moisturizing. So even though it seems counterproductive because it makes it seem like you're leaving moisture in that neck, the fact that it's killing that baking soda also, killing that yeast is super helpful.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar is also good for this. You would want to really water it down, like maybe a tablespoon to like 2 cups of water or something. But you could dip your washcloth and wash along there too. That's very soothing to the tissues and can also help kill yeast as well for that issue. But other than that, babies don't really get dirty.
They really don't. So guys, we actually, we'll use soap occasionally, of course. But even for that first year, I'll just kind of use water here and there. And if he's, if you feel like there's sometimes like you're like, oh, we definitely need soap.
Yeah.
That's cool. But don't feel like you have to do it every day or even every week. You'll know. Just by, if baby smells, you'll know to give him a stronger bath. But honestly, it very rarely
and their
happens.
skin is still very sensitive for the first year and open to dryness. So the more you're bathing them and taking the protective oils off their skin,
the more skin issues they're going to have.
The more likely you're going to have skin issues. So I usually say that bath time, especially full submerged baths in the first year, are really just for fun. It's not something you have to do. You just wipe off spots that get dirty and take care of those problem areas. And it makes things a lot easier if you don't feel like you have to bathe your baby every single day.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, send us any questions you have if you do. And thanks for joining us this week. And we'll catch you again next week. Bye.